The thought of working full time with a minimum of 40 hours a week for the next 20 to 40 years is so depressing. And I can already hear those people going, 40 hours a week? Okay, part timer. Like, that's not the point. I'm glad that you're happy with being miserable or happy, slaving away your precious time working for someone else. Because I wouldn't mind working 40, 60 hours a week if I was, working for myself, doing what I want to do. The fact that you're like tied to someone else's schedule, you totally feel like a cog in the machine, like a robot, like you're in the rat race. And the logical thought is like, oh, well, why don't you build something outside of work for yourself that you can hopefully one day transition into doing full time? And that is what I've been doing for the past like 10 years, building a business, building multiple businesses. Some fail, some kind of stick around, but don't really generate enough revenues to do full time. The time outside of working full time to do that, it's exhausting. And I don't even have a kid yet. So I can't even imagine how much more difficult that will be once, someone becomes a parent. As a minimum, I wish that we could just have a 3-day weekend. And that doesn't even mean you spend like the 3 days just relaxing. You'll spend a day doing chores, catching up on errands, like honestly, just a day to decompress. We deserve time as people, as humans, to just have a day where we do nothing. I couldn't imagine working like a 12-hour shift and then going to the gym and then cooking supper and then, this and that. Like, I feel like once you have a kid, you're like locked in. It's either you lock into your job or you lock into building something outside of work that can generate you revenue. I also feel like as society in general, people are just becoming less confident in the fact that they will be able to retire at all. So there's almost like no end in sight. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. It seems like it's getting worse and worse, especially with AI taking, jobs. I know that's kind of a cliche thing to say right now, but it's totally true. Like the whole landscape of the workforce is going to be totally different in 5, 10 years. So everything just seems super unstable and super like everything's in the air. Like no one knows what to expect. What we've noticed, and the trend is it's just getting more and more miserable. Life is getting more and more expensive, and that's always been the case. Like prices have always risen. I don't want to say like wages have kept up because they really haven't, but the gap between an affordable, life and the wages, that gap has increased like tremendously. I don't know. People are just losing hope and feeling more desperate and feeling just like lost and uneasy. And the fact that people used to actually reap the fruits of their labor would benefit from the work they put in, because now people are just not hitting those same milestones as they previously were. Like the fact that a majority of people don't even think they will ever in their lifetime be able to afford a house is actually crazy. Like a home should not be out of reach for the majority of people. That is actually super crazy to stop and think about. Like, anyways, that is my ramble. Thanks for listening. If you have any more thoughts to add, I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. Anyways, see ya.